1:30 we will start with like a video with a looping with background music, and then we will start at 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock, what the viewer will see is this this layout, which will have you will do your welcome remark here, housekeeping and polling question. Dr. Ng webcam will show here. So these are the housekeeping announcements. So when you see the housekeeping announcement slide come, you can just read through briefly to let the delegates know that this session will be muted and listen only mode. So if they have any questions, they can submit through the question box at the platform, and then there will be interactive polling after every session. And if they have any difficulty on logging in or seeing things, seeing the slides, they can actually go to the main lobby to chat with us. So
sorry,
we will show this.
The Q&A got answer one, or just poll and then move on?
Poll, I will show you. Oh, you mean the Q&A? Questions?
No.
Is,
the polling session, is there any answer? Or?
Yes. They will. You will have the selection one for them to select.
No, I mean after they selected already, do I release the answer, or we just?
Well, they show the result.
We can show the result.
But I think some polling questions, is so-called like, I think some of the question from Prof. Naga. So maybe Dr. Ng, you can say to find out the answer, maybe can listen to the lecture.
Okay, sorry, I can't remember what were the questions, but
later I show.
But that means the set of questions after Prof. Nagendran's talk will be questions from Prof. Yes. Because there are 3 sets, right?
Right.
Yes,
do you happen to have the actual questions?
Yes, I have. Or maybe Dennis, you can show. Yeah.
Okay. For Prof. Naga, after Prof. Naga
So maybe
lecture,
we got the first 5 first.
Okay, the first 5.
Yes. Okay.
What is your field of practice? And then they can choose. For every 10 patients, second one would be for every 10 patients you see in the clinic, how many would have mild memory and thinking difficulties, MCI. So this is 2 options for them to choose. And the third one is, are you confident in making a diagnosis of MCI in your clinic? 3 options for them to choose. And then for those with mild symptoms, what advice would you provide? So this is 5 selection. And the last one would be, do you think nutritional intervention is useful for patients with MCI? And this is the 3.
So after each polling question, the response from the audience will be, all the audience can view the results of the poll.
If we share the result, they will be able to see. If we don't share the result, they won't be able to see.
Right. Kopin, what do you think?
Sorry, boss, last minute, Jonathan was speaking to me.
No worries.
Yeah, about the award.
Understand.
Sorry, I missed that.
I feel that the impact would be better if the audience can see the response, so that everyone knows what kind of audience each other have. So, Kopin, maybe after each of these, you can make the poll results will be displayed, and you can make a comment, I suppose.
Yeah, because it will be, like, for example, the first question, then it will be automatic, right? Like, if let's say the organizers can have a timer, like 10 seconds to fill in, then once the 10 seconds out, and then the answer shows like what we normally see in conferences.
I can show you how it looks like.
Then the answer will be automatically generated. Huh?
Yes.
Okay. So this is how it looks like. Okay. So when we have polling, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
So when we have polling, this screen, it will turn for example, if I do polling number 1, hang on. Just a second, let me refresh. Okay. So when you do polling number 1, can you see the polling? For example, if we do, because now there is nobody do the polling. So let's say I do the voting.
So the answer is live lah. Once somebody
Yes.
click, it will be shown lah.
Yes. So can yeah.
Okay. Then do you want to have a timeline, or I just cut it?
Yeah, okay. So you can let me know, like, okay, so we can stop the polling now. So I will share the result.
But you
because the result is live.
Actually, actually you can see like how many percentage. And yeah, this part is how many percent have voted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no timer, right, in this?
There's no timer.
Okay, never mind.
Then you can say, let's move on to the next poll. Then I will activate the poll, the next poll, then it will come out again.
Okay.
So you might want to delay a bit because what you will be seeing if you can see, if you can see here, it takes like maybe 5 seconds delay when they click. When they be able to see, it will take about 5 seconds. So then, then you can actually let me know to go to the next one. Then I will stop the current one and go to the next one.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yep.
So I think concrete, maybe you can just make a comment after each of the 5 results are displayed. Right, because they're quite general questions now.
Yeah, like the answer, sort of like read out the answer.
Correct.
Yep.
Do we want to wait for everybody to respond? Because then we'll have to tell Dr. Ng how many are attending on that day, right?
Yeah, I think for the interest of time, I will at the start I'll probably say that you have maybe 30 seconds to answer. Right, because these are quite straightforward questions, so they probably will be able to answer fairly fast.
Okay, so hang on.
I think we have allocated like 5 minutes for each set of polling questions. Then the 5 minutes, then I mean we can actually make sure like more people go in. Then after that, Dr. Ng can actually make some comments on the results.
Yep. But for those with only 3 questions in one set, also 5 minutes.
Just allocation, but it's like
okay,
no, Dr. Ng, you can play by ear. If let's say you think it's like shorter, then and we notice that if let's say a lot of people have already completed or submitted their answer, then we can actually stop there.
So it's 5 minutes for 5 questions, right?
Yeah.
So it's about 1 minute per question.
Yeah. Yes.
But the second set only 3 questions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe those that need to think a little bit more, because it's more like the questions may not be so straightforward anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, unless they simply click like they don't know.
So sorry, going back to the 2 questions after my session.
Dennis?
Which type of patients?
Only two,
Only
Yes.
two, yes. So maybe Coffin here, I think you may want to comment on the actual correct answer so that everyone can learn from it.
Yep. Okay.
Or we can actually review the answer during the Q&A. What do you think, Prof. Naga?
I'm just looking at the option. I mean, which of the following is not a risk factor? Older age,
Higher education.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe you can keep this until like the end of the session. Then maybe Dr. Ng say, or if you would like to know the answer, the correct answer, maybe stay tuned until the Q&A session will like review the answer.
No, but I think it'll be too difficult for the audience to remember and follow. Might as well settle it straight away because I think these are related to my talk. So I think best is for Dr. Ng to give the answers after the poll.
Can. Sure.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So for the housekeeping announcement, this is the Q&A they can submit throughout the session, throughout Prof. Naga and Prof. Yet's session. They can submit the Q&A here at this button. And the live polling also, it will pop up at the same box once it's launched. And for this reception, they can click on the reception if they face any difficulties technically.
But this is not the interface that the speakers will be seeing, right?
Okay, can you, if you're in the Zoom, if you see one of our webcam, AVTech-1, that is the live view that is being streamed out. So whatever that is being live, you can see from here. So during the housekeeping announcement and everything, you can see actually from this display. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so next we can go to after housekeeping, it will be a brief intro on the agenda, and then we will have your introduction of Prof. Naga. So all these slides we will manage from our end. Dr. Ng just need to read out, and after that, after he finished reading the introduction, then we will move on to a holding slide for Prof. Naga to prepare to share his slides. Okay. So once you are ready, because it's live session, right? We won't be able to communicate with you through the mic. We will update at the chat box.
Okay. Yep.
So once you're ready, we will show your slide, which is this view. So your webcam will be here, and then your slide will appear here. Okay. And then after your session ends, Dr. Ng will come back out on the screen to say thank you, so we can go for the polling. So this one, Yiho, I need to check with you for the polling. Do you want to show both of Prof. Naga and Dr. Ng webcam, or just Dr. Ng webcam?
Okay, I think both will be better.
Okay,
Prof, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. But Kopin, I will leave the response to you since you're chairing the session.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will change this view to both of your webcam.
Okay.
For the polling.
Yep.
And then we will do another holding slide while Dr. Ng introduce Prof. Yates. So we will put this slide up, and then we will play his recorded video, which looks something like this.
You are going to record this whole session, right?
Yes.
So I just noticed in my intro slides just now, if you can go back to that, Denise, I think there's one typo that I realized.
Prof, you would like to amend any?
This one.
Yes.
Yes.
Can it be amended?
Yes.
Yes.
No, because if it's going to be, if it's just for a few seconds, it's okay, but if it's going to be recorded, it should be FRCP, MBBS, FRCP.
Oh, okay. It's FRCP
CP,
in bracket UK.
No, in brackets, Edinburgh. So EDIN.
Okay.
FRCP.
CP, yes, and EDIN.
This is EDIN.
Small.
DIN in small.
Like this?
Yes, perfect. Yep.
Okay. Can we will amend all the updates later.
Yep. Okay,
Thanks. Okay, then we will go to the recording. Then once the recording ends, then we will show again this slide, and Dr. Ng will come back out on the screen doing the thank you and introduction of the case study. So introduction of the case study, we will show the panelists. And then your webcam will appear here.
I thought there are some poll questions after Prof. Yates' talk. There's a third set, right?
No, third set is actually after the whole Q&A.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Almost at the end.
So once you
here also change Prof. Nagendran's
yes, we will change this later. And then, okay, for the case study, we will have 3 webcam at the side, and you will be sharing, Prof Naga, you will be sharing your slides, so your slide will appear here.
Okay.
So, according to the agenda, after each case study sharing, there will be discussion, right? So we will keep this interface. Do you want to keep the case study slide, or you want to have this view instead?
I think we can go back to this view,
This view. Okay. So Prof, there will be like you present the case study, then let Dr. Ng and Prof Yates to join the discussion. Is that the mod that you all want?
Yes, Prof Yates has not joined us, right? So based on our last meeting, I think we didn't want the Q&A session to be just a typical Q&A. But this will stimulate some discussion.
Yeah.
So, Coquin, are you there?
Yeah. Yes, I'm here.
One option is, because we have 2 case studies, mine and Prof Yates. After mine, if there are questions that you can filter out from the poll or from yourself, you can then place it after one Q&A and keep some more Q&As after the second case discussion.
Okay.
So let's say there are 10 questions from the audience, right? So maybe you can choose a few for after the first case study and another few after the second case study.
Okay.
And I think we can open it up to all 3 of us to answer the questions.
But after the case study, there's another Q&A, right? After the...
There is Q&A. So this is when your case study, okay. So this view is when you're sharing your case study slides. So after the case study slide, we will change back to this view for your discussion and also the 1 or 2 Q&A, right? And then after that, we will change back to this view for Prof Yates' case study. And then after that, it will be the panel discussion. So each time you have the panel discussion, this view will come out on the screen. So you can see each other and have a discussion. And then for the Q&A, then after that, we will have a Q&A. Actually, we will show this slide, Q&A session. And then if you can see down here, here are the highlighted, the selected questions, the approved questions that you can address It will appear
approved by
here.
who?
So the question will be filtered by Yi Hong.
It will be sent to Dr. Ng. So
Yeah.
you can then because
By WhatsApp,
actually okay, so basically when we approve the questions, it will appear at the chat box there. Then there's actually a thumbs up there. Then people can click because a lot of time that people may want to ask the same questions. So we are like focused on this Q&A session. We are focused on the questions that which has more likes.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean thumbs up by the participants?
Yes. So you see, I think Dennis.
I try to present the Q&A. Just give me a second. Sorry.
So I just read off the question with the most thumbs up. No,
yeah.
right? Because I need to also see which is more appropriate. And
yes. So the questions will be approved first, then it can pop up. So not all the questions will be pop up. So we will receive whole set of questions, but we will filter it first.
So that means when a participant types a question via the chat group, the rest of the participants cannot see.
Cannot see until we approve.
Until you approve already, then it will pop up.
Yes. Then they can start clicking the likes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, can you see there is a question? This is test question.
That means after Prof. Nagendran's case study, automatically he will also know which is the question that has the most like, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He can see.
Yeah. So basically, the attendees they can send in the question anytime.
No. I meant based on the approved questions by you, then the participants will put a thumbs up.
Yeah. So okay. So if let's say we start receiving the questions at the start of the Prof. Naga's lecture, right? Then we can compile this all. Then we approve whatever that we think is relevant. Then we maybe in the middle of the presentation we can actually post continuously. Then people will see, oh, there's actually some question come out. Then people can start clicking. Then at the end of the session, then we can actually roughly know which one is actually the question that we've that actually come with more likes. Then we can actually start asking and make it into, just to discuss the questions.
Yep.
So the participant will be able to see it here at the Q&A. Whichever question that is already been approved, they can see at the side here, and they can click like right now. I can click like. It will appear. So from your end, at the Zoom, because we're dialing in Zoom, your end, you will see this view. So you can see so you can see the question here. But the participant only when you're addressing the question, right? The participant will see this view, which is your camera and whatever questions that has been being discussed at that time. So once this question is done, then we will move on to the next question. We will highlight a next question.
Okay, can I check? So in the speaker's view and Dr. Ng's view, where will the questions be visualized?
Can you see on your screen now?
Yes.
It will be at the screen like this.
Right, but see, if the questions are already coming in while I'm giving my talk, so my slides will also be there, right? In my view.
Yeah, so you won't be able to see until
so I will not be
you
able
stop.
to see.
Yeah, until you stop sharing.
Until I stop. How about Dr. Ng?
Dr. Ng also cannot see unless we send it to him.
Yes, so I think, okay, my suggestion is, of course, the speaker, I think I wouldn't want to do both things together. I'll just focus on my talk.
Yes.
So maybe, but Dr. Ng will need to see the approved questions so that he can order them, which are the priority questions.
Yes.
Right? So, and after the case discussion one, then you can ask the questions, and you can also direct the questions to whom you want. Either you want to me or to Prof. H, or you can answer it yourself, up to you, but we'll leave it to you to manage the Q&A.
Yep.
Right? Yong, what do you think?
And maybe we can suggest one way. Maybe Dr. Ng will give you the iPad. Then you can log in this Slido, so you will have another screen. So you can see the questions while you also look at the presentation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can approve from there. Then that will be easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
because I approve already, then just show lah. Then no need to let them vote ma.
No, but I think the voting vote is to see which are the popular questions.
Popular, yes.
So that one will be for the final Q&A, right?
It can be, yes.
I just
can
choose,
actually,
let's say 2 or 3 relevant ones after Prof. Nagendran's talk.
Yes. Yeah, which
Because
is
I
a
worry
quick one.
It become, it drags and then it delay the second case study.
Yes. So those like the questions that Dr. Ng, you would like to keep it until the so-called like formal Q&A, because we keep it Q&As relatively shorter because we want to make the whole session more interactive, like Prof. Naga and Prof. Yet suggested. So the Q&A, they were just about 10 minutes. So maybe you can keep like a few like so-called like popular questions or maybe more general questions at that session, then maybe can discuss during that time. Yeah, then you can actually you can give me the questions that you want to mention during the Q&A. Then I will send it to Dennis. Then they can actually make it into the mode that the screen that she showed just now. Because if we never like do it like prioritize, we don't have the sequence, it will show a few questions at one time. And
okay.
this is the layout we cannot change.
So yeah, so okay, you can see here I already this question in here I have a question. This question has already been highlighted. So wait, let me check on my colleague Felicia. Is it possible if we simulate how the Q&A live stream look like right now?
The Q&A is okay. Then you just give me the queue, which one you want to take a look.
Yeah. So let's say now I do high testing. Can you give me the view? Okay. So if you can see at the webcam, AV tag 1, the question is actually appearing at the bottom. So because because I'm sharing the screen with the same computer right now, you won't be able to see very big.
Yes.
Yeah,
so the question was at the purple color box, right?
Yes, yes. So Yi-Hong, probably we can let Dr. Ng to have the moderator for the Slido, so he can highlight which one. So Dr. Ng, once we give you the moderator for the Slido question, you will be able to see this view on your iPad. If you're using an iPad, you will be able to see this. So for example, if we have a question, a test, test question, So can you see there is a test question, test, and then testing. So it will appear a lot. If there are a lot, then it will appear a lot. Then if let's say you want to approve this question, you just click the approve, and then it will go to here. So for example, let's say you are done with this, you can just when you're done with this, we will do the tick for you. So if you want to highlight this question, you click on this button. it will go up. So whichever questions that you want to prioritize, you can, or you want to answer on the spot, you can highlight, and then we can see live.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So once you are done, then it will be the closing remark, thank you, and then we will show this slide, which is the thank you, and kindly fill up the feedback form after the webinar, and then the e-certificate will be sent to them after that. So same thing, the post-event, it will appear at the same column. And then for Malaysia's delegates, we will show this part, which they need to have the MMA scanner app to scan their CPD point. So if they don't have it, we will submit the attendance for them, and they will get the CPD point after within 1 month. And for the Singapore delegates, the attendance will be submitted to SMA for review and approval. So same thing, the e-certificate we will be sending to them after the event ends. And then after
Actually,
that,
I'm just wondering,
mm,
Denise, is it possible to put the Singapore delegates first on the left-hand side?
I can change that.
Yeah, because the bulk of our attendees right now are actually the Singapore doctors.
Okay, can.
Thank you.
Can, okay. So that's all for the flow. So once once we show this, we will just keep this page looping for this one, and thank you. So any questions from Prof or Dr. Ng's side?
So on my side, I will be sharing the screen.
Yes. Do you want to test your screen sharing? I will stop sharing right now.
Okay, I can try. Although I don't have the actual slides, I can try some other slides.
Yes, can. You will be using the same laptop as well?
Yes.
Okay, can.
You haven't allowed me to share yet, right?
Okay.
So yeah, so I think no issues. Yeah, these are not the slides. Sorry.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So but as a backup, you have a copy of the slides, correct?
Yes.
In case worst case scenario, something goes wrong, you can show the slides, and I can then ask you to move the slides.
Sure. We will have a copy for Apsara. I mean the agency.
Okay.
Yep. But yes, Prof. Naga?
I had one more question, which was about the participants.
Yes.
So what are the type of participants roughly, so that we can tailor the talk accordingly?
From our registration list right now, there's actually quite a mixture.
Okay.
But I would say family meds, there's quite a lot of participants that actually registered from family meds, and I would say because it blasts through SMA, so there's quite a number of retired doctors as well. Of course, we do have like geriatricians and neurologists, but they are not really a very big pool.
Have you blasted through the various departments of geriatrics, neurology in Singapore?
Yes, I think we did. Our rep that actually sent to the respective secretary of the departments to blast it. Yeah.
We weren't able to blast the Tan Tao Sing Jerry.
Yeah.
But even NNI, I don't remember seeing one from our secretary. Was there one?
Really? I think they actually sent it to Sister Linda. If not
no, should be Department of Neurology,
Okay, I'll check with the rep, then see if they have sent it. So, and then I haven't received.
Right, Kopin?
Yeah, I didn't see.
I think you should send it to our secretary, Chai Ling. Chai
Ling.
Ling.
Okay.
And then she can send it to everyone in the department. And I think the same thing needs to be done with the other departments also.
Sure. But Prof, do you have any idea? Because you cannot blast to Tan Tock Seng Jerry at all. So
Jerry, that I don't know. Yeah.
we couldn't blast the Tan Tock Seng Jerry, Ng Teng Fong Jerry, all not able to. Yeah, and with all the PDPA guidelines, we can't just email people when we're, our hands are tied. So unless we know the person, then we can email. So likewise, if you could share Chai
How
Ling's
about
email, that would
is
help.
this event supported by the chapter of neurology or chapter of geriatrics?
Unfortunately, no, because I think Prof, I mentioned to you the SMC that changed the AMS that actually changed the direction. It has to be fronted by the chapter instead of we ask chapter to front for us.
I see.
So that's why we couldn't proceed with Dr. Raymond. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But actually, if we send you the EDM and you send it on for us, then we're not violating any PDPA guidelines. Otherwise, I think we are flouting a lot of rules and regulations now.
Right. I don't know lah.
And then we maybe send it to Chai Ling. Then from there we see how it goes. At least we can send it to most of your colleagues. Yeah. So and I'll recheck again with my team, see if there's they left out any department, then I'll resend it again.
Yep.
So Prof, just would like to check
Sorry,
with you.
for geriatrics, one suggestion is if you can look at the chapter of geriatrics and see whether you know anyone there, you just have to send to one of them. And then they can blast it out within the chapter of geriatrics.
I think there might be one or two that we engaged before.
Yes.
Yeah. So Prof, check with you because it's like the case study session, right? So it will be like you present the case study, then you let Prof Yets and Dr. Ng to join the discussion on the management of the case. Am I right to say
yes,
that?
I think that'll be a nice way. So perhaps what I can do is I can present the case, and then at the end, Dr. Kopin can ask maybe Prof. Yates whether he would have done anything differently, Kopin.
Yeah.
Right, and maybe Dr. Kopin also can comment. And then similarly, after Prof. Yates presents his case, then maybe Dr. Kopin can ask me any other
similar
inputs
questions.
to the case.
Okay.
Yes.
I see. Sure.
But I'm the chairperson. I'm not sure whether I should comment.
You can, what? No harm.
Can
Yeah. Yeah, but just say, oh yeah, So because it's like some doctor may be a bit they are not so open for to hear the opinion when for the cases. Yeah,
Sure,
but then that would be great. I think that can actually make the panel discussion much more interactive. Then the Q&A, we basically for each case study plus a discussion, we allocated 20 minutes for each cases and the discussion. So 20 minutes, then about 10 minutes for the Q&A.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think there should be sufficient. Prof, what do you think?
Yes, I think 20. I think my case study at max I think will be about 10 minutes, and then we have about another 10 minutes for Q&A. So that's ample time.
Yep. I think Prof Yates one is also pretty short, so should be okay.
His case study is a live presentation, right?
Yeah, he's going to present it. Yes, so not the recorded one.
Okay.
So Dr. Ng has any questions, because this is the first time that we have a run with you.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, okay. So
I will bring I'll bring a laptop and iPad. Then you just give me the link to the question
Slido.
one. Then I will yeah.
Okay.
Then I will move from there.
Sure. But maybe for the questions, right? If you want to show each questions at the every slide, right? I think Apsara, the agency side, they need to know the question sequence beforehand. So Dr. Ng, do you think that that's okay for you to maybe you can send the question list to me. So because I will be as one of the person to approve the questions as well. But if you will do the approval, I will just sit in and will not approve the questions. Only you, but you need to let me know by texting me which questions that you want to be shown first.
Okay. I mean, I can't just read it out. Must show, is it?
Yeah, so that at Sarah's side, they can actually type it first, right?
No. Okay. So the question will come in from the Slido, right? So since Dr. Ng already have the access, he can highlight the question, so it will automatically come up.
Oh, so Dr. Ng have to highlight one by one. Am I right?
Each time he want to address the question, he have to highlight that question.
Then do your side need to know?
No need.
Okay,
because,
so Dr. Ng will highlight.
Yes,
then that
because
was
we will
display.
capture. We will capture automatically whatever that he highlighted.
Okay. Yeah.
So just want to mention, I forgot to mention just now. So throughout the event, our webcam will be off, but Prof and Dr. Ng and also Prof Yates webcam will be on all the time, because we will do the layout. So you just need to mute and unmute yourself. If you're not speaking, you mute yourself, and then to keep the camera just turned on, so that the layout, it won't go differently.
Okay.
Yep. And if you can see, I'm not sure, Dr. Ng, if your iPad view in Zoom right now and in MacBook will be the same, but
will be different. Yep.
Yeah. So if you can see right now on the screen, right, your housekeeping announcement, we will put it up, and then you will be able to read it out from this side.
Yep.
Yeah. We will spotlight your housekeeping announcement.
Yep.
Okay, that's all. Anything else, Yihong, you want to add? From my side, I think from technical side, it should be okay for us.
Yeah, I think Dennis, can you advise when would be the good time for speakers and chairman to actually dial in?
It will be advisable if you can dial in at 1 o'clock. But if you because
1 o'clock would be too early, right? Because the session start at 2, so 1:30 they can actually start the hall, the lobby by 1:30. Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is actually it's advisable at 1, but if really cannot at 1:30, because we need to set your webcam, test the connection, mic, camera, because sometimes the connection on that day may be, if there is some problem, we still have time to troubleshoot.
Okay.
I think 1:30 is reasonable, right?
Okay, Ken, 1:30 should be okay. Because I think today we already run through the whole flow. It should be okay. If you have any questions, you can always, I think you can always look for Yihong. And throughout the event, that means once it's 2 o'clock, all the communication, it will be at the chat box.
Okay.
So if you can see, there is the chat box, we will update here. Can you see it pop up?
Yes.
Yes.
So if you have anything that you need our attention, you also can put at the chat. We will be able to see it.
Okay.
Okay. So far, any question from Prof and Dr. Ng?
I'm good.
No, I'm good. Yep.
Okay, so I think if there's any further issues, then you can actually just contact me. Just let me know, so we see how we can solve it. So I think that's all for today. So Dennis, I'll share Prof Yet's and Prof Naga's slides with you. So as a backup, so there'll be Safer. So
Okay.
Dr. Ng will have you will have your own iPad. Do you need me to actually provide you one to log in the Slido?
No need. Yeah.
Okay. So you Dennis also send the Slido link to Dr. Ng so that he can access it. Yeah. So yeah, Dr. Ng, if let's say on that day there's any issue, you can just WhatsApp me.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So thank you very much.
I just need Dr. Ng's email so that I can send the Slido. So Dr. Ng, you can keep a lookout on your email address from Slido.
Yep.
Yeah. Prof, do you mind to give me Chai Ling's email so I can?
Yep, can. I will message you her email.
Yeah, can. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I think that's all for today. So it's time for you all to go and enjoy your dinner, and Dr. Ng can go home. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And Dr. Ng and
We'll
team.
see you
Bye.
Saturday. Bye.
Bye.
喂，佢走咗啊？
佢哋走晒咗。
Denise，
咩事？為什麼走咗嘅 ？OK，yes，
跟出一下。
有咯，我要認出一下，等下。
我 spotlight 了我自己的，你看那个 spotlight 那边哦。
我看到哦，OK，我要问哦，如果 spotlight 它会 automatically 去这个view 的是吗？
对，他开 speaker view 他就会这样子读出来了。如果他开 gallery view 就 sorry 啊。
他要自己，
不用
按啊。
通常都是在 speaker view 的。
OK，等下。你 remove spotlight 一下。
我 remove spotlight，你把你的 view 换去 speaker view。
我换去，等下我换去 gallery view， 因为刚才
对，
它 automatically 去那个 speaker view 的。
我 spotlight 了，你那边看到没有？
是 automatic 了。
automatic 啊，这样可以哦。
我覺得是應該是 auto 啦。Tammy 咧，你嗰度睇到係 auto 嘅係咪？
咩嚟嘅
？Let's say 你依家個 view 你係放 gallery view， 跟住 remove spotlight， 你 remove spotlight 一下。
乜都冇。
嚇咩乜都冇？
冇 slide 咯。
係冇 slide 嘅。你依家 gallery view 係咪？OK， 跟住Felicia， 你弄剛才那個，你而家睇到咩？
你嘅 holding slide
係咪大咗？
出咗 holding slide。
依家 holding slide 係咪大咗？跟住 agenda 依家啱冇？我要問哦，我們可不可以 set 等下。OK， 你依家睇唔睇到 non-participant view？ 定係要自己撳嘅？
咩意思
？That means 你個 webcam 依家有個 webcam 隔離有冇其他名？
因為我哋全部係 host， 係咪要撳我係我要知道 speaker 佢係咩 view 嘅，因為我唔愛咁煩俾你睇到咁多人。所以我陣間 back end 嗰度睇下可唔可以刪咗 non-participant 去。 我而家睇到嘅咪係你嘅 agenda 同埋你嘅 webcam 咯。
仲有隔離有冇名？隔離有冇咩AV tag 1 2 3？ 有，仲有啦，等邊要自己撳咯。OK 啦，得啦。
你頭先講嗰個 polling 啊，佢係 show live 啊。
依家我想試係咪？ OK， 等下，現在是不是要 go through from the beginning？
我幫你 go through 一下，等一下有些什麼我回去再找一找。
OK， 等下OK， 你要 show 給我看什麼？現在
就整個 flow， 因為我剛才你在講的時候，我在做，所以我要跟你 double confirm 一下罷了。
OK， 可以。你 start 啦。
開始是 looping 哦 ，looping 有 music。
event 呢也是你是嗎？
對。
OK。
哦，這個是你的 looping 哦。
OK。
有 music。 然后差不多了，我就进silence 就是我的那个 holding 哦。
OK，你等他们全部 ready 了哦，你才 off 那个 music。
so 你的
你一
holding
off
这边也是要用 music 啊？
可以吗？用到吗？
可以啊，可以啊。
因为如果你 off 了，它就要 start 了。
对，因为通常我们都会给他
所以我会跟
几秒的 silence。
我会跟他讲，你听到 music fade off 就可以 start。
OK， so 它是这样子。我先回去这个有 music 的。
你係加 True View 咗佢嘅 platform 度 sign 咗啦。
搞掂咗個聲。
我之前佢哋 down in 嘅時候 ，platform 嗰度係冇 music 咗嘅。So 你係 show 呢度有 music 嘅話，係我 tutorial 嘅 music。So 阿 True 嗰度係冇任何 music 咗嘅。
等先，等先 ，hello。啊，係。
你嘅 yes 入嚟。
楞 zoom 出嚟，zoom 出嚟見到佢個楞，zoom 出嚟見等陣我開翻嗰個，我個 brief 嗰度冇寫到咩？等先啊，我開翻storyboard video revision for Nick zoom 出，等先 zoom 出嚟，等先啊，我開緊。change to wording， 係咯嗬，係咪一隻 zoom 出嚟睇到冧㗎？10好似係10。就記得水係啊，好似係啊。animate， replace 呢個同 FF logo， 全部。zoom 嘅楞，係啊，先15係咪啊 ？replace FF word with FF logo， 佢嗰個 logo 係有楞㗎嘛？係咪啊？係咪呢隻啊？唔係，我嗰個係 logo 嚟㗎喎，喂。係咯。我覺得係嗰隻 zoom 出嚟一個楞咁樣咯，係咯，應該係嗰隻㗎。你睇下 range 邊度咯。
Denise post yes 同埋耳孔down in 啊。
OK，你可以俾我半粒鐘，我打翻俾你喎，我個 client 打翻。
yes 做咗。
Hi Denise.
Yes.
Do you mind if let's say Prophets join for just a very quick one?
Okay. I meet him.
Okay. He's there?
Yes. Lower down the music.
music 关了的哦。
Hi Prophets.
还有，我这边没有了的哦。
我还有
你是开着 platform。
Hi Prophets。you're muted.
Such a COVID thing.
Hi, good evening, Prophets.
No, good evening.
Yeah.
How are you? I'm very sorry. Australia, well, the Eastern Seaboard dropped
Yes.
out of its summertime on yesterday. And so I'm
Oh.
sorry, it's changed it by an hour, which is why I was a bit confused. But
Oh,
anyway,
so should be the
Oh.
timing that's now is
it's
actually
just,
2 hours or 3 hours
yeah,
different.
I have no idea. But when you send your
Okay,
your
now
WhatsApp,
is
it's
6
8 o'clock.
p.m. 6
It's
p.m.
Singapore, is it?
Ah,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so it's 8 Australia.
Oh,
Oh, 2
okay. So
hours.
sorry. Yes, we thought still 3 hours, but maybe Prof, yes, we just have a very quick run with you. So don't,
Sure.
because I know you must be very tired from the flight as well.
Well, that's okay. We've been
Yeah.
on holiday. It's Easter. It's Easter here, so we've been on holidays.
Sure. So I think, how was your Easter holiday?
It was very nice. We went up to Sydney to see 2 of my children, so it was very lovely.
Oh, okay. They're both. I mean, your children are in Sydney.
We've got 2 out of the 3 in Sydney, and the other one's in country Victoria, in near Mildura.
Oh, they'll be closer to you.
Yeah, they're a little. Well,
I see.
technically, it takes exactly the same time because you have to drive to Mildura.
Yeah, and the flight to Sydney, right?
Otherwise, yep, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe Dennis, do you mind to have a quick run with this?
Yeah. So the agenda is still the same. Probably I'll run through with you this part. So Dr. Ng will do the opening, and sorry, where's my mouse? Sorry, my mouse is missing.
Gone to sleep. It's not moving, is it?
Yeah, okay, it's back.
Now it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dr. Ng will do the, so all the speakers will be dialing in at 1:30 p.m., which is 3:30 p.m. for you.
That would be 3:30 p.m. my time, and I'll just better check my agenda. Yep, that's fine. I can check that while we're talking.
Okay, so Dr. Ng will do the opening and also housekeeping announcement, and then there will be a polling question, and then he will introduce Prof. Naga, and Prof. Naga will do his presentation. So after that, it will be a second polling for after Prof. Naga's lecture. So then he will introduce you, and also we will play your presentation. So after your presentation, then we will welcome both of you for the panel discussion, for the case study. So Prof. Naga will start for case 1.
Yep.
And then after the case 1, we will do the panel discussion. And then after that, it will be yourself, you will present the case 2. And then after that will be another panel discussion for 20 minutes. And then only followed by the Q&A session.
Right, okay. So when we had the discussion, it wasn't really clear to me whether we were actually going to do a formal case presentation.
So Prof, yes, just now I checked with Prof. Naga. So basically, in his thinking, that would be like case study. Then after that, Dr. Ng, they will prepare some of the questions to check with you. I mean, then you can give like some comments on the case study on the how, if let's say, if you were the clinicians, what would you do? I mean, kind of things. Yeah, to mention on Prof. Naga's case. So there'll be the same thing when you presented, after you presented your case, then Dr. Ng will ask a similar question to Prof. Naga. What would you think?
So you still want me to actually find a case?
Yeah.
I haven't prepared. I haven't prepared a case.
Oh, I thought you have a case in the studies that, I mean, the slides that you sent it to me.
Look, I've got one there. It's I don't. Well, I'm not very proud of it as a case. Put it that way. You know, it's a bit soft. So I haven't. I just my computer's doing something really stupid, and I don't know why it's doing it. Sorry, I just don't get the right view here. Something's gone wrong with it. It's just my Outlook's not responding. Anyway, I'll deal with that later on. So if I go back to my So I didn't speak to that case at all, obviously, in the webinar stuff, and so I threw it in there. I mean, if you want me to present that case, I can. But I haven't prepped it, because my understanding was that we were really going to talk about one case together. That's what I thought, but that's okay. I will want to change. I mean, I'll change some of the bits and pieces, because this was just for something. I prepared this for something different, but I just wasn't sure whether. I mean, I put it there just so it was in the system, but I wasn't sure we're actually going to use it. Because I thought the relevance of the cases that we were going to do was about how do you go about advising people on the basis of the evidence that they should consider using. It should be considered using Suvenaid because they're going to be paying for it, and how do they think about it? Because I'd prepared this case a lot. Okay, that's fine. So how much time do I have? Let's go back to the agenda. How much time do I have for the case?
You mean for the
case presentation, for that time? I mean, am I going to try and put up slides, or am I just talk to something?
So is maybe like case study for 10 minutes, then panel discussion for another 10 minutes.
Yeah, right. Okay. So what I guess, right. So let me just move this so I get it to the right times. It's 3:30 start, isn't it? That you want me in, because at the moment my bookings are all at the wrong time, so I want to make sure I get the right time.
Yeah. So sorry about it. I also didn't aware.
No,
a
that's all right.
change.
It's my own. Yeah, no, I didn't even think about it until it changed just this weekend. I mean, you just don't think about it; it just happens. Okay. So. What was I going to say? Okay, so then in the timetable there, you've got from 3:05 until just before 4 o'clock. So there's about an hour. Okay, and so you want the case from radio, and the panel discussion. Who's on the panel? Is it just the three of us, or is it taking things to the audience?
Yes, that will be only 3 of you, the panelists.
Okay, and then we've got 10 minutes of Q&A.
Yeah, because from just now, Dr. Ng, he will actually like basically any time of the lecture or the case studies. I mean, any time of this webinar, the participants or the delegates that can actually send in the questions. So they will get approved by Dr. Ng. So Dr. Ng will compile some of the questions and to ask during the panel discussions, which is more relevant to the case or maybe the management. So he will actually compile those questions and ask during that session. So the Q&A, there will be just as short as 10 minutes, because he will only highlight those, maybe some more general questions or some additional questions that the attendees that are interested to know. So that's why we keep it shorter. So the discussion part, there will be slightly longer.
That's fine. But what worries me, and this is what I said when we had our original discussion, so I'm looking up at the screen on my second screen, so it looks like I'm looking up all the time, was that what concerned me was that is that we had 2 cases that were going to be the same, because MCI cases are an MCI case and a case is one. So, I'm not sure when I do a second case, in what way is it going to be different to what Prof. Nanga will be presenting. I mean, I looked at a number of things. I looked at my slides, for instance, and we've covered quite a lot of the same material. The first half of my presentation is a bit repetitive to what Prof. Naga has said. So I don't know whether that worries you or not.
Oh, I think that should be fine because I think the audience
Yeah.
also would like to hear like what would be the management in Australia because
Okay.
they are generally more interested to know what would be like the management in overseas instead of the local. Yeah, because so that would like to know what can they learn from the case as well. Because there
Okay.
definitely there'll be different management. Yeah,
Okay.
so somehow,
All
yeah.
right.
So
Look, so I'll have to change the case because the reason
mm,
I put this case up was to help GPs try and differentiate between major and minor neurocognitive disease.
all
And
right.
this was just the minor neurocognitive disorder arm of a dual presentation. So I will I'll have to do some other work on those slides through the week to try and make a sort of a case out of it that's relevant. So should I send those to you again?
Sure. But Prof, you can send it maybe like whenever you are ready, because at least
Yeah,
I can share a copy to with the agency. So in case if there's any like
if it
emergency,
falls
we can
apart.
still share the
Yeah,
slides from our side.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can do that.
Mm.
I can do that later in the later this week.
Thank you so much.
And just go through something. And I doubt I have a case that's going to take. So the case, going back to that agenda, then it's 20 minutes for the whole thing. So my gut feeling is I'm going to try and I'll get a case that it will probably only take 5 to 6 minutes to present.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
So we just play by ear. That's fine. So because it's just an allocation for the time. So
Yeah,
if let's
sure.
say I mean the case 2 there will be slightly shorter, then the
Yeah.
Q&A we can actually anytime
Make it a
lengthen
bit
it.
longer.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
All right, that sounds fine. That sounds fine. Okay.
Yep. Because then maybe Dennis, you can show how does it look like for the panelists.
So for the panel discussion, Dr. Ng, he will introduce the panelists. We will show this slide, and then after that, we will show this view, which have your camera, all three of your camera in here, where the audience will be able to see during the panel discussion.
Right.
And this is what the audience will be able to see during the case study. So your slides will appear here for them to see the slides, and after when we move on to the panel discussion, we will show back the discussion.
Denise, can I see the cases as well then as a panel member?
Yes, you can.
Right.
Yes, you can.
Okay, that's good. Because I mean, obviously, I don't know what because I'm presuming then Dr. Ng will want to ask me questions about the case presented by Prof. Nanga.
Yes.
And Nanga will ask questions of me about my one. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll need to see that case to try and get my head around it. But that's okay. I think it's better we do it at the time, because I think a little bit of spontaneity is not a bad idea. Otherwise, it's going to be very sort of rigid.
So when Prof. Naga is presenting his case, you will be able to see his slides as well.
Okay. Yep. That's good. Yeah. I think that's a good, I think there's better energy that way. Yeah.
Yes. So these are the panel discussion and case study view. And for the Q&A, it will be this view. And if you can see below here, there is questions. These will be the questions that will be addressed. Each time it will change according to what are the questions being addressed on that time. Right.
So we'll be able to see the question there. So will we see the whole question if it's a long one? Does the font will change as it gets longer?
Yeah, you will see the whole question at this box.
Yeah, good.
It's exactly.
Yeah. Because it's no good seeing half the question, because that's sometimes confusing.
Yeah, it will show, because there will have like a certain limit of character that is being allowed for them to type as well. So it will definitely show the full question.
Yeah, because they'll have to modify their questions to fit into the character limit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's just having done quite a few Zoom meetings, it's really frustrating when the chat only goes halfway and you can't see the whole question, if you know what I mean.
Yes, understand.
Done that plenty of times before, which is very annoying. Okay, well, that sounds pretty sensible. It seems quite doable. So I've just got to remember it's 3:30 because I had 5 o'clock. I had 5:30 in my, and I think we just got the hours a bit wrong. So that's okay. I need to be in at 3:30. No, that's fine. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. I can deal with that.
And also, because on that day, our camera, I mean, for our back end and tech support camera, everybody will be off and muted. As well as when you're not presenting, you have to actually leave your camera on because we are doing the layout. Like you can see here, right? We are doing the layout, so we would like to keep all of the speakers' camera on at all time. So you just need to mute yourself when you're not speaking and unmute yourself when it's your turn. And we will also be communicating through the chat box all the time. So if you are having any technical difficulties, you can also chat there. If not, I think you can, if you are unable to go into Zoom, I think you can text Yihong as well.
Yes.
So we'll work off. We'll use WhatsApp, I imagine. To just if there's something disastrous going on, we can use WhatsApp. Otherwise, we'll use the chat. And otherwise, everything else we're doing, which is active in the all the technical stuff is chat in the background, and the real stuff is happening in front of us. That's it. That's the test message.
Yes. So we will be updating. We will be updating everything from the chat box because we all be muted.
And I can just do. I've been there before. Right. Okay. So everyone, will you be just for you? Now you said it's Tammy, but obviously it's Denise. But we'll just share it amongst ourselves, whoever's there. It'll just be to everyone. The chat.
Everyone. No. Everyone means yourself, Prof Naga, Dr. Ng, tech team, and also Yihong's and her team.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's all internal. There won't be any.
But none of the conference participants will know it.
No. There's no participant in.
Yep. All right. I think I don't know quite where I'm going to be. I might be in Richmond in Melbourne, or I'll be back here. It sort of depends because I've just got to work out a bit of timing. I know we're going to be down in Melbourne on Friday night, but I don't know about the other when we're actually coming back. But I think I'll have my own car, so I'll just get back here in time.
Okay, so just one more reminder, Prof, to wear the same dress code as you were. Do you remember?
Same height.
Do you remember? If not, then I can show you. Last.
Don't worry. No. I'm well ahead of you there because I took a really terrible photo of myself in the car before I went home. Now tell me, did I have that silly ribbon on my jacket?
No, you did not wear a jacket. You didn't wear a jacket.
No jacket.
Yes.
Then,
no jacket.
Okay, no jacket. I'll have to remember that. No jacket. All right.
If you can see my screen, this is what you're wearing.
That's it. Okay, that's great. And I've got everything. I just have to remember no jacket. Okay, done.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll just make sure I've got all that with me. Yep. All right. Yeah. I reckon that's all good.
Yeah. So far, okay. Prof, any more questions?
No. I think we're right.
All right.
So I'll be in at 3:30 my time or 1:30 your time.
Yes. Okay. Sure. So I think it's just like difference by 2 hours. So I'll bear in mind. So whenever we send the reminder, then we are just according to the new time.
New times. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Prof.
Okay.
Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, so if there's anything, you can let me know. So once you have done the case study slides, then just send it over to me. So I give a copy to Dennis so that they can use it as a backup.
Sure, no problem.
All right. Thank you, Prof. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much, Dennis.
No problem. We're still here. We're still here doing the layout. Anyway,
Okay. Yeah, because I try to call you. I try to call you, but it's like the
I
phone
didn't
line is like,
see.
yes. No, it's like I mean, it rang for a few times, then it dropped
Oh, okay.
automatically.
I didn't see also.
No worries. I think should be fine, right? So okay, so Dr. Ng will be the one that approve the questions, and he will
Okay.
be the one who highlight the questions. So I think
Yeah.
I don't really need to be there with him anymore. So since he has his own iPad as well, so maybe I'll give you her email. I just type in here. Is that okay?
Can.
So let
So
me.
you give Dr. Ng's email, is it? This
Yes.
is Jermaine. Hi.
Yeah.
I kept quiet just now.
Ah.
So Prof Yates seems okay with everything, right? No issue?
Yeah,
issue.
but I think at first he doesn't want to present any case. But last time Naga asked him to present some case.
Yeah,
In
correct.
fact,
I remember.
yes,
And he said
because
okay, right?
yes, exactly. Then I don't know what happened.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, but anyway, just let him to prepare lah. Yeah. Since
Mm.
he said he's going to prepare, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
Do you feel that Dr. Ng is still a little bit confused?
Yeah, that's why
I have
I'm
a
thinking.
feeling. Yeah.
I'm thinking this week I'm going to meet him personally, see if I have time, then just go through.
But if you don't have the platform, even if you meet him, you can't get him used to it. Do you know
Because
what I mean?
I'm actually I'm thinking to run through the script with him, so at least he knows when he need to go.
Oh,
What do you
okay,
think?
okay. If he's willing to meet you, yeah.
But he's quite busy these 2 weeks, so
Okay.
not sure.
Why not? I will update the slide, the sequence, so at least you can send to him and have a look on the sequence where he will be talking.
Can also. Yeah. Can. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about the his housekeeping and all. It's just the Slido side he need to manage himself now. So yeah, as long as he's okay with it, then we are okay.
So the Slido part, did we agree he will go up to like what 50%, or just he'll just tell them 30 seconds to enter all their answers? He said he would.
Is it?
Yeah, the poll.
The poll, yes. So the poll is actually live. So I think maybe we have to remind him if the graph is not moving anymore, like for maybe a few seconds, that means he can actually stop, because probably they are nobody clicking.
Nobody wants to answer. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. I just realized now that we have so many dietitians attending, and in the question that says, do you see dementia patients like more than 5 have memory, that question, it will be not applicable to them, what?
But we can't exclude them from answering, right?
No.
That's true. That's what I was thinking, whether we should put a not applicable.
Yeah. Maybe Dennis, might to add one more.
I don't know
option.
yet. Does it make sense?
Yeah, because if you are not a doctor, definitely you won't see.
You won't see what, right?
Like this? Not applicable?
Yeah, not applicable. Yeah. Okay. Then likewise, the next question, are you confident in making a diagnosis, is not applicable also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I think there's only those, what type of patients are more likely to progress? That one they should know if they listen carefully to the slides, right?
Yes.
Which of the following is not a risk factor? Higher education. Do you think nutrition intervention is useful for patients? Obviously. After listening, how likely are to recommend? Hopefully they'll say 50% of the time.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, this is what our KPI.
yeah, that's our KPI, correct. But actually, the Slido, it should be quite clear. Everybody does Slido nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It's just like a lot of retired doctors, I worried.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to reach the full number. That's why we should know on that day how many log in, you know. We should be able to tell from the participant list in the Zoom,
Yes.
right? Can they see? Can this Dr. Ng see?
Dr. Ng cannot see. We have to update. We will update probably, okay. We say start at 2, right? So do you want to like start at 2 on the dot, or you want to wait for like maybe 1-2 minutes before we start? Because usually some people, some of the doctors, when they see 2 o'clock, they will dial in at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, and then some may have issues logging in. They forget password, ask for password, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So you may have to start at 2:05.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably we delay a bit. We can just keep the looping on with the background music until like maybe we are ready, and then we will fade out the music, and Dr. Ng can start.
Okay. Okay, so so you will tell him how many participants are, huh?
Yes. So before he start, we will update him once, and then during Prof Naga's session, we can update him again.
Okay. Maybe what we can do now, Yihong, if you get a chance to see him, just tell him how many registered already. We have 201, right? So at least he has a rough idea, you know.
Actually, I can update at the chat group. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Then maybe tomorrow when we receive, Dennis, you're going to update me daily, right?
Yes, daily. Yes.
Yeah. So maybe tomorrow, then I just give them a message.
Okay.
For today one is pending on approval.
I didn't approve.
Haven't.
Oh, because morning I approved the last week one. Okay.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen any email today from you guys, you know.
Denise.
Got really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see any.
That's why there's a 210 201.
201.
That's this morning.
Yes, this morning.
Yes, this morning. Yes.
So I won't see anything till tomorrow morning, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Can.
So yeah, I will update daily. Oh, and also for the approval, remember just now we spoke about the last minute sign in. Okay. Usually for webinar we have like a cut-off time for the registration, right? So usually it will be probably 1 hour or half an hour before the event start, we will cut it off. So if you want to keep it on like until it starts, even after it starts, we can keep it on. It's just that the approval part, it's better for us to do an auto approval. But the downside of auto approval, we won't be able to screen through who are the participants.
Yeah, we don't want auto approval, right? Because down the road we may kick off some people, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So what I can suggest is probably you want to set like hang on, let's see. I'll show you our approval back end. But give me. Probably you want to set like maybe if they have the MMC number, we can straight away approve.
Oh, we can buy the option.
Yeah. Okay, that's true. Yeah. Okay, can.
We will still, it is still a manual approval. It's just that I will need one person to stand by for the approval throughout the event.
So you the approval has to the person to stand by is also from our side.
No,
your side. Okay.
On my side. Yes. So, for example, any email from Danone, we will auto approve.
Okay.
I mean, we will straight away approve without okay. If let's say this one. Okay, so they have MMC number here. Straight away we approve. But then again, we won't be able to check whether this number is a real number or not. It's just that whenever we see MMC number or any,
I think it's okay because with the if they have an MCR number, right, it means that they are doctor. So
Yeah.
our competitor not usually have doctor
Yeah,
as
yeah.
staff.
Yes.
So I think should be
Correct.
quite safe.
That one should be
Yeah,
fine.
and
Yeah.
and we really want doctors to join.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about some, I'm not sure which one that I can, because some they, you see it's empty, but
Yeah,
then
because
they
it's a nurse.
yeah. So do we auto approve also?
No.
No.
No. That one, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as long as they have MCR number, we will approve immediately.
Correct.
So those without, we send to you first.
Yes.
Okay.
That it would be on what day? The next few days, is it?
No, this one is during the event.
Last day.
Oh,
on the
okay.
event.
On
okay.
the event day.
Okay.
On the
Okay.
event
Okay.
day.
Can.
And for the, I mean, do you want to have like a cutoff time for this? Because
At
if
2
they,
o'clock.
Which is the event. Yeah, I think maybe by
2:30.
yeah 2:30 lah.
No, because
Yeah.
even if they don't
Yeah.
stay from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, they won't get their CME point.
No, as long as they stay more than an hour, they can get 1
Or
point.
is it? Is
already.
it more than an hour
Because
SMA?
I think okay, because SMC will only approve 2 points for more than 2 hours. So I think it's
Oh.
like 1 hour event that they are okay. Yeah.
So let's say, but what if they attended and they
Yeah.
started looking at all the panels, the video, and they log in from 1:30 to 4? It's more than 2 hours. Will they get 2
No.
CME points?
No,
No,
because
ah?
our event already registered as a one point event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Mm.
Okay, all right.
So we cut off at 2:30.
Yeah. Okay, right? You mean?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
2:30, really, yeah.
What do you think? It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It won't charge you more. What?
No, I was just thinking make it 3, let them come in 1 hour. They still get 1 CME point. Right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter,
Then-
right? I mean, then it's 3
Yeah.
or 2:30. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just make it 3, okay.
Yeah.
What about the registrant number? Because now already 200. So if anything above, because if you still allowing registration on that day, it will still calculate as, if let's say we have these few days more than 250 is already exceeded. So do you want to still keep it on? Because usually there will be a dropout rate of from
20%, right? How
Yeah.
much?
30,
I think
You-
more than that.
30 to 50%.
Really? That
30.
high?
Yes, it's
Wow.
because of sometimes it's because of Sunday, it's a weekend, and sometimes maybe they have like last minute because they're all HCPs. Yeah, so a lot of times is about 30 to 50%.
Yeah, I also expect that.
Yeah, so how? Do we want to increase?
Can we increase when we are really close to
Yes.
250?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking also. Can we do that, Denise?
Yeah.
Okay, Ken. So
Huh?
that's why I will update the daily from
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. So we see from there, like if let's say there's really required.
Yeah, because I see the trend is about maybe 10 packs to 15 packs additional per day.
Yeah.
Okay. So what if we were to get some people to drop out? Will you like offset
we?
that number?
No, it's actually based on registered.
Oh,
Whatever
shucks.
approved that's already considered, I mean, it's like that will be counted in already,
Registered.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
So minimum is actually 2 days because we need to do the setting if you want to add on.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, just closer to the time, then we will know.
Yeah.
So-
I think by Wednesday we should know, right? If we hit
Yeah.
250 already.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. Anything
Okay.
else?
No, not from my side.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Dennis, remember to change the
Yeah, the FRCP.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Does
Yeah.
his name appear anywhere else with his
I
Yes.
think
designation?
there's two times,
Yes,
two,
yes.
3 times. I think quite a
Yeah,
number of
yeah.
times. Just help
With
me to
his
make
webcam,
sure.
yes.
Yeah, because this one we will upload at another platform, so that's quite important.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah, Dennis, once it's recorded, right? The whole
Mm.
session is recorded. So roughly when we can get the recording?
Recording, hang on, recording about a few hours.
Oh, a few hours you can give it to us already.
Yeah, without editing.
Okay.
That
Can.
means whatever that we recorded, I can give you the raw file. And then if you need editing, you have to let me know.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I think the quotation didn't put editing. So
Yes.
we can just
Yes.
give you
Unless,
the raw.
yeah, unless we really require that, then maybe just do it as an add-on. Yeah, but so far you just send me the raw one, then we'll have a look.
Okay. Can.
Okay.
Jermaine, any
Thank you.
questions?
No,
Okay,
I'm fine.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
Oh,
you.
but no. Did you manage to get Prof Yates to sign that thing and give you his document?
He signed already. Just that the finance people to answer me the questions.
Oh, okay.
Nothing
Okay.
to nothing to do with him because he said
nothing,
he's very poor with the numbers. So
Oh gosh.
yeah.
Okay, can then. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Thank you,
Bye.
Denise and
Thanks,
team. Bye
bye-bye.
bye. Thanks, Jermaine. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Okay. 晚上，
Dennis，
唉，
不要喊，我们快点让出去。
我要走了，等下，OK，
一下子5分钟就好。这个是你的那个 looping video 咯，有 music 的，然后过后差不多了，我就给他继续有 music，然后等他们全部准备好了，要开始了，我会先进这个没有 music 的。
对，没有 music，然后他可以 start，
我进了没有 music 的，然后等 Dr. 一开始讲话，我就会出他的 layout
其实OK，其实你 looping 好了，要 start 那时候才给一个没有 music，对，才给一个没有 music 的。
对啊，我一定要给一个没有 music 的 Dr. 一开始讲话，我 cover OK 全部东西 on 了，我才出这个 layout 的。
对，这个，然
后就给他复训的 housekeeping
对，
然后 housekeeping 然后 agenda，
对，
然后讲完了，然后就介绍 Dr. Naga 咯 ，Prof Naga 咯，
对，
然后我先回去 holding slide Prof Naga share 好 screen 做好了，然后过后我就出他的那个layout
OK，
present 完了，先给 Dr. polling 先嘛，是不是？
对
polling 完了搞定。
所以这个 polling 是给我那个 holding
polling 搞定了，我就给你这个 holding 对不对？
不是 polling 了才到 Prof
Naga。polling 了才到
polling。polling，Prof Naga 之后才到 polling。
对啊，Prof Naga 讲完先才到 polling 嘛。
对 ，so Prof Naga 讲完了。你给我 previous 那个，你说给我那个 previous 的 view。
哪个
？Dr. After Prof Naga。
这个咯。这边是share screen 的，你们 share 那个 polling 给我吗
？share polling 给这个我要跟你 check 这个。
怎么？
是不是这样？
你 share screen？
等下polling screen 是啊。
你 polling 到时候出什么给他们看，你 share 给我就对了。
等下OK。哎呀，present full screen。好吗？
不到，看到了。so 我就出这样子给你哦。 因为我直接拿你整个 screen 嘛，不用 crop 还是什么。
诶，这么1、2、3、4、5个 selection 呢？等一下，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8个的这个，这么它的 polling 没有出不到全部的。
那下面是你那边可以 scroll 下去了。
哦，要 scroll 的。
肯定太大个了，应该筛不完。
如果我 share， 如果啦，你只是 share 这个可不可以？
啊，这个啊，因为如果我只是学这个的话
，share 不到。
可以，可是我要拉大它就会开，它就会爆格哦，最好不要哦。
人呢，淨係你要做 PowerPoint 有呢個 polling 嘅 question， 即係你一個 slide 係寫 what is your field of practice， 但係佢嘅 selection show question， 但係冇回手。你知我講咩？
哦，我知你講咩，我知你講咩，我知你講咩，我知你講咩。但係點啊？唔得，我個等下，給我做一個東西啊，一下，OK， 我的 housekeeping 那時候有一個 polling 的，知道嗎？
不是 before housekeeping 咩
？After housekeeping，after
agenda。After agenda 會有一個 polling。So before 他 introduce Prof Naga 啦。
對，等下我做一個很快的東西，等下我看一下可不可以這樣。救命啊！我個電腦唔知做乜事啊喂！
你今日應該要同維尼莎講換電腦。
我應該係冇咩到。
冇咩到。
等下冇 shut down 到。睇唔到嘅，我 add 晒都在這裡咯。slide 都，Mentimeter 嚟嘅喎呢個。
你要做乜嘢？
我要 add in slide 都喺入邊，睇下得唔得？啊，不要理他先，等下我再 check。So as long as 我要給你一個什麼啊？一個
69比較好看哦。
哦，那個就不能啦。
因為它是旁邊一個 column， 它很小個，so 等一下它放去那個 slide 那邊會有點奇怪了。做是做到了。
沒有 slide 不能做 slide。OK 啦，不可以喎。Miss 咁我點樣 show 俾嗰個邊個睇？
讀得自己有 iPad 咗嘛？去睇咩 result 咪睇你自己嘅 iPad 啦。所以你呢度係俾你嘅 identity 啫嘛。
你要 remind
他，
你要 remind 他 log in 那個 Ava platform 可是記得 mute 掉他 Ava platform 啊。
不是，他不用去 Ava， 他去 Slido， 直接去 Slido。
也可以，他可以自己去看的。因為他們應該是有那個 moderator link 嘛。
OK， 可以。
然後Prof 那個講完了，到 Dr. polling 完了，然後要回去那個什麼講啊？
我等下我 stop share。OK， 然後
講完了，這 Dr. 講完了，然後回去這個，然後 thank you 什麼什麼，然後就等他一介紹Prof Mark 就給他 bumper 咯。
對，然後
bumper 了，然後
然後
bumper 了進 video 嘛，是不是？
你 test 一下那個 video。
Well, thank you. As we can see here, but listening, which is part of our flexible thinking and speed of processing, is an area that changes subtly with changes around about 0.8 of the.
喂，那個旁邊那個
什麼旁邊那個？
來，你看到現在 那个 slide 那边啊，
啊哈，
你放 holding screen 哦。
放回 holding screen 就这样子啊。
嗯，
呀，
然后就到
so 就这样子啦，这样子给他。
然后就叫订。
thank you 完了，我就回去这个先，然后过后要进回去他的 live， 要给他介绍那个
就是 case study 那个 slide 啊
，case study 的那个 slide，
旁边
要放 case study 那个 slide 啊。
其实你不用转来转去了啊 ，from 那个 holding slide， 刚才那个 holding slide 哦，你直接转去 case study panel discussion 那个 slide 哦，
那个 full screen，
不用 full screen 啊，不用 full screen 了。
那我直接给有 Dr. Ng 的那个什么他了，就是
OK， 你去刚才那个view
干嘛？
直接这个
因为我知道，我明白讲我，因为我这边是你的 slide， 我一个一个抽出来 key 进去了的，所以我还是会 transition。
等我不是什么了哦？
什么来的
？repeat 了哦，它的这个，你看那个它的 title 全部 repeat 了。
因为如果你就算给我 PowerPoint， 它也是会 repeat 的。
还是做 voice over 比较好一点啊。
看你们哦，其实都可以的。voice over 就这样子full screen，他讲到咯，就他只是很快的介绍next session 是，或者是可以这样啦，你就给他出来讲现在我们要做。
我知道了，你只是放那个 holding screen 啊，不用放那个 case study 那个啊，等不会 repeat 哦。
对，我也是刚刚想要跟你讲放那个，就放这样子啊。
这样子咯 ，thank you 什么什么什么，然后 let's go to case study， 然后你给 full screen。
可以。都感受他讲完了 ，OK， Dr. Ng 搞定了，准备好了，开始介绍 next session 就出回这个给他，然后过后讲，他一介绍panel 有谁，我就出这个给他 voice over， 然后这个应该很快的嘛 ，voice over 聊，然后我就直接出 live 给你们咯。
对，
就他们3个的 live cam， 然后过后他们会有 case study， 就是有 PowerPoint 的咯，就这样子，大格3个小格。然后 Prof 那个讲完了 case study， 我会回去这个先。
你回去刚才那个，你出那个的时候啊，你要 make sure Prof 那个 share 了 screen 先啊，因为是他的，
因为我是会 keep 这一个 until Prof 那个已经 share 好 screen 搞定了，然后我才出这个，我会有另外一个 colleague 帮我看他们是 share 完 screen 全部搞定了。so OK， Prof 那个一讲完了，我会回去这个先给 Dr. Ng 跟他讲2句什么。
讲，不是2句这个 panel discussion 10 minutes 讲啊。
就给他们讲，然后讲完了问完了，就到 Professor Mark 嘛 ，Professor Mark share 完了，
才去这个，
又回去这个咯。
对。
然后过后完了还是回去这个。
So now we go for Q&A，
就是进这个
对啦。
然后看到你们你 share 好那个Slido 的，对，那个 Slido 的 screen， 我下面有 question 了，我才出这个咯，就下面那一格你看到，因为我现在是拿 capture，
我看到。
我讲完了，要 close 了就给回Dr. Ng 哦。
OK， 我这里只是要 share Slido 罢了，对不对？
对。
OK，
你要 share Slido 给我吧。
现在
也不用紧啊，你到
时候我要问一下我怎样 share Slide？ 我 share 在对，我 share 在 Zoom 是吧？
你现在 Zoom 吗？
如果
我是 capture 你的 Zoom， 就好像刚才这样子哦。
对啊，你看，给我 sample 一下，我要看一下 share 一下。show Q&A。
就會這樣子哦。
OK 咯。
這樣子，所以Q&A 完了，給回 Dr. Ng live 跟他的 holding slide。然後過後他一講 thank you 就叫他們 fill 那個 webinar 嘛，講，然後就跟他們講那個 QR code 哦，這個你們會換嗎？是不是？然後過後 QR code 完了，你要 hold 着嘛，對不對
？hold 着咯
，hold 着我會有給 music 啦
，music 咯，
然後完了你們要喊 close 了就回去這張哦。
OK。
就這樣哦。
So 他會講 thank you 了，是不是就等於 close 了的？So 我們就放那個scan 那個 QR code， 放到 client 講 OK can end， 然後你才放這個咯。
對對對。
也是有 music until end 了，你可以 fade 掉它 end 咯。
可以。做這個也是要有 music 了，我打進去給你。
OK， 可以。
這應該是有 music 了。
OK， 可以。
然後過後就 fade 掉它，然後過後就直接 close meeting 哦。就直接 close stream 哦。
OK。
到時候你 Q 我就可以了，對吧？
我們全部會去你的 office。
可以更好。
你 office 在哪裡
？Batu Cave。
Batu Cave。
還沒知道。
什麼
？send location 給我。
可以，我 send 進 group。
OK。
開心喎。
Batu Cave。OK 啦。
OK，就這樣啦。
Thank you。
拜六幾點 stand by 啊？
我們9點要做，等下我說你 Q sheet 一下，還沒有做好，但是阿嘎這個。
恭喜阿嘎給我4點鐘。
4點鐘啊？
幾點啊？
早上7點啊？
沒有這樣早，沒有這樣早。OK 啦，9點 internal rehearsal， 我們8點9個字到那邊咯，是不是？
可以咯，8點半來開機哦。
你 set 很快的嘛？你 set 了的嘛？
我來開機吧，我已經 set 好了。
OK 咯，等我哋8點9個字這樣啊。
8點9到我8點半開機哦。
係咯。講廣東話係咪？做咩唔可以講廣東話？要我講華語咁耐？
你講咩話都得嘅。
冇咁樣係咪？咁樣得啦。我最多買 breakfast 俾大家食啊！我呢度下邊係有先啦嘅。OK 啦，
就講啦，咁拜六見啦。
OK。
8點9啦，到咗你 text 我啦。
OK。
OK，thank you。
拜拜。
拜拜。
拜。